Are we pushing out? Oh, we're out. Oh, you ready? You ready? Yeah. What would you do if I sang out of tune? Just stand up and walk out on me.
Let me tell you something. Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song. I've been trying not to sing out of key.
Oh, I get high with a little help from my friends. I get high with a little help from my friends. Ooh, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends. You start this one off.
What would I do when my love is away?
Does it worry to be alone?
How do you feel at the end of the day?
Are you sad cause you're on your own?
Oh,
No, I get by with a little help from my friends.
I'm gonna high with a little help from my friends. Ooh, I'm
Gonna try with a little help from my friends. Do you need anybody?
Hey, John.
I need somebody to love.
Could it be anybody?
I want somebody to love.
Oh, I get try with a little help.
Me and my love.
Yes, I'm certain that it happens all the time.
What do you see when you turn out the lights?
I can't tell you, but I know that it's mine.
Oh, I
get
get
high with a
a little help from my friends.
Ooh, I'm
Get
gonna
high with a little help from my friends.
I'm gonna try with a little
Help
help.
from my friends. Need anybody? I need somebody to love. Could it be anybody?
I just need someone to love.
Oh, I get by with a little help from my friends.
Ooh, I'm gonna try with a little help from my friends.
I'm gonna high with a little help from my friends. With a little help.
Help from my friends. Oh no, a little help
Bum,
from my
bum,
friends.
bum, 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 bum. Now live from Boca Raton, it's the Brooklyn Cafe Show.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought and take a front row seat in the Brooklyn Cafe and get ready to enjoy some humor and hot topics. It's time to get a healthy serving of hope and happiness to help your day go by with a smile. Your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S., are ready to talk about food, health, dating, or just plain dream making. If you have a story to share, movie review, restaurant critique, or just a coincidental thing that happened to you, call in toll free 888-994-4995, Studio A right now. Sit back and enjoy your lunch break at the Brooklyn Cafe. Here are your hosts, Dawn and Freddie S.
Well, yes.
Welcome to the graduation show.
Woo woo!
As you can tell, with a little help from my friends,
How'd you like that intro?
I kind of like it.
That was
Yeah.
nice. Baxton and Josh, it looks like graduation in the studio. So
Yes.
nice.
And we're going to have a lot of the bits and pieces of the kids going up there to sing some melodies.
Some big news, though. They did some great stuff this morning.
That's right. We've sent out a team to Meisner to get some interviews and invite the public to come into studio. But I'm not going to tell you the story. I'm going to let them tell you the story.
They're working it out. They're putting a piece together, so you're going to get to see what some of the crew got to do this morning. We were out buying some furniture next door, so if anyone's looking for some furniture right down the street, they're having a kind of like a warehouse sale.
Now, we have a table in front of the studio. I was going to give it away, but I can't because I don't know if we have
A backup?
table.
Okay. See if they fix it.
Yeah.
We're going to send someone down and kind of do a reminder. Anyway, happy Thursday to you. I'm still hot. It's like summer here. You know me. I feel like I'm under the palm trees getting hot. Speaking of which, there's been a whole whole new platform resurgence on women in menopause. Just saying, it's a now acceptable thing to discuss.
Can
on
I?
TV.
Okay. Can I ask a question?
Yes,
Why do they call it menopause?
because you make us pause and say, what? What did we do for all these years? I'm kidding. I don't know why it's called menopause. I do know why. Menstruation pauses.
Menstruation pauses. It does
Yes.
not. It's like forget about
Well,
it.
the pauses, it's done, it's over, but that's kind of why they do. But all these stars are coming out. They're actually trying to invoke some new legislation saying, like they
About
had the
menopause?
Maternity Act,
Ah.
to be more compassionate to women who are going through menopause.
I heard that they're not going to allow it anymore.
Because they're now saying it's between a third to half your life. Most women average 52 years old, and you figure what's the average lifespan? So you're living with this for 30 to plus years. You got to learn to get along with us.
Is that real?
Yes, it's been all over the news. We
When
talk
does
about it.
menopause finish? Does it ever finish?
No.
Menopause never finishes? No.
No.
Impossible. You can't be Granny Jones at 90 and still have a menopause.
Still a little bit cranky, I got to tell you.
Oh, women are always cranky.
But that's what they're talking about. It's become
Nah,
now
they ain't talking
socially
about that.
acceptable
There's
to talk about
There's
it.
a physical reason why women get cranky.
Yes.
Men have menopause.
Yes, I know.
Well, who was it? Braxton said no. Josh said you can milk anything.
I don't think it was Baxton.
Was Josh?
I think it was one of the girls that actually said that yesterday.
Who said that? I
was-
think it was you.
It wasn't her.
The negotiator says you can negotiate anything.
But that's all that they're talking about now. So, ladies, get on board. I am so right there with you. They say because not only does it affect half our population, it affects the other half of our population because you are all dealing with us. One way or another, it's affecting everybody.
Man, get on board and run. Track star type. You got to run because when the women get that, it is all
I
over.
got to tell you, we got a crew full of young girls that are going through their other side of it. And then you got me. Imagine being in a workplace where you've got all ages, is all I can tell you. It runs the gamut.
I don't know how I feel about this.
All I can tell you, it's now socially acceptable to discuss it. All these stars are coming out and saying, you know what? It's okay. Let us know how you feel about it. You
I'm
can always
allowed to
call
talk
in.
about it now without getting beeped?
You might get beeped. Remember the drill yesterday? Every time I talked,
That drove you nuts.
it made me crazy.
Why?
I think my personality just likes order, and that was not even controlled chaos. If one
It
more
was
person tripped
controlled.
over that thing right here,
It was controlled. It
She
was
went to get lunch.
absolutely controlled.
give us a call, 888-994-4995. We got our graduates in studio. We got Kaylee, we got Abraham, Elisa, and Mayor in studio.
Are they all the graduates? We have any other graduates that we don't have here today?
And Nicole, she'll be back. She's graduating in the fall.
Cool.
Find out what everybody's going to be doing with the rest of their life. We thought we would dedicate the show to them. So nothing like food, cake, music, and having some fun.
And some music.
And our morning crew, they went out, and we're going to see what they got cooking. But when they come back in, we're going to see what they
All
did.
right, so where are we going to start? Mayor?
We can absolutely start
Start
with
with
Mayor.
Mayor. Can we go to Mayor's camera? Is there a camera on Mayor?
Absolutely is.
And
Yeah.
there it is. So Mayor, you're a graduate. You're graduating after 4 years.
hmm
What's your major?
My major is multimedia studies, film concentration.
And what are you going to do with that?
So I'm going to be a scriptwriter or screenwriter starting out, and down the line, I hope to be a director.
That's pretty cool.
Script writer, what's the difference between a script writer or a screenwriter?
So a screenwriter writes for what happens in scene or what happens on the screen, and then a scriptwriter writes what happens on dialogue and action, like what the characters actually do.
What about those two professions do you like the most?
So I've always been writing ever since I was a kid, like very young. And I didn't know that I liked to write until actually my junior year of college. But I was always fascinated with making stories, and especially making stories that people can feel. I love telling like emotional stories or human stories. That's my favorite niche. So I figured that what better way to meet new people and write new people than to be a screenwriter and scriptwriter, work with actors, work with sets, stuff like that. So yeah.
And your film just got the Audience
Oh, like the Audience Choice Award, yeah.
Choice Award. What'd that feel like?
Yeah,
That-
what did that feel like?
It was crazy because I was in the film festival, and there's like these international films, one from like Indonesia, Singapore, England, and then my film got picked for the audience favorite. I honestly didn't think that I was going to win anything, so I lost all professionalism when they announced my name, and I was like, oh, curse word. you know, like very loud. But yeah, I just was not expecting it. It's surreal. And
Did they interview you after you won?
they kind of did. They were talking about what was like the hardest thing to make about the film. Why did you tackle like, you know, the ASL and deaf angle, you know? So they asked pretty cool stuff. It felt
Well-
like a very real interview.
All right, so let's ask you the same thing. Why did you go through the ASL side of that?
So when I write stories, I usually go for like the personal touch, especially with my own view of the world through the eyes of different characters. But ASL is completely out of my depth, so I wanted to learn something new with this script. I did not want to get it wrong because I'm tackling a community I've never really like talked to before, and I wanted to talk to as many people as I could about this. I did a lot of research on it too, so I felt that first I wanted to do a romance. Second of all, I wanted to do like a silent romance to talk about the importance without words. Yeah, I wanted to tackle a lot of stuff, and Dog Year really helped me do that.
Are you working on another film now?
I
after
am.
School?
I'm working on another film now called Ginseng, a psychological drama. I won't say anything more than that. And then after school, I hope to continue working on films. Yeah.
That's interesting because you have to send it to the right. Don't we have a kid up in Atlanta?
Yeah, RK.
Okay. Wonder what he's doing.
We can ask him. But you know what I find interesting about the piece you did? Because I know you and Nicole both had to do the same assignment, right? You had to produce a short film with no sound.
Mm-hmm.
And the perspective that you both took I thought was fascinating because how you can communicate without sound. And there's so many ways. I talk to you about this all the time. It's nonverbal communication. And the piece that Nicole did was in the library, and it was Josh and Katie, and they were flinging things back at each other, right? But you could totally get the feel and the pulse of the film through nonverbal communication. And then you took it to a whole nother level through actual communication through ASL, but yet there was still no talking.
There was a famous movie that was made. What was it called? Silence, with the creature from outer space.
Oh.
And you couldn't make any noise.
Oh, my favorite movie actually. It's A Quiet Place.
A Quiet Place.
Yeah.
Did you see that? Did
No.
you see it? You didn't see A Quiet Place? Oh my God.
It's really
You said I
good.
saw
It was this total thriller, right? They said it was an anxiety-provoking thriller because you knew.
Can't talk.
You couldn't talk, but you could feel it, right? You could feel their anxiety. You could feel the pulse of everything.
No, they could talk, but they weren't allowed to talk because this creature would hear you
Right.
and they would kill you.
But it just shows you that the spoken word isn't necessarily what you need to communicate. And I think that was a brilliant assignment in how you, because if I was a student, I'd think, how would I actually share no communication, no verbal communication?
How do you communicate? Yes. And in that movie that won awards, that was a husband and wife team. And they had never worked together. So the big news, they wanted to see how husband and wife would communicate every day. Zipped it. And I'm going to tell you, it was really well made. Should have gotten bigger awards, but because they didn't have any words, it sort of changes the dimension of it.
Going to FAU Film School, did it fulfill your expectations or was it greater than you thought?
I will say that FAU Film School, I won't blast them, but it definitely is like what you make of it. It isn't like a film school like, you know, University of South California or even like UCF, but you do meet like a tighter community because there's not as many students. And you're all trying to figure something out together. So I could work on a film like 6, 8 hours, 10 hours at a time, and I'd be like, yeah, let's do this. We're on board. Even though they might want to choke me out in the end, it still works out, you know?
But at the same time, your creativity, you're going to bring it out there. You have to work with other people. You have to do things to get the film done, which sort of prepares you because you're going to be working now into a bigger sphere.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And nobody's going to come and say, well, let me pitch in and do the work for you. That ain't going to happen either. So this is a good learning curve. And FAU is saying if you want it, you got to go get it.
FAU's become a really, really good school. And the interns that we work with here at the studio are really spectacular. And every survey, he's making me nervous. Every survey that we have to do, they ask what more could they do. But really, there's nothing more I think FAU can do because it's what you guys make of it. When the internships is what you find and it's what you make of it.
No, there's things we could do.
But it's not the school,
The
it's
school,
us. But
not the school, there are things you can don't say nothing.
then I'm going to let you fill out the next evaluation form.
Let me do it. I got a lot of things. He'll tell you. I said, can you get me camera? Can you get me equipment? Can you get me a bus? Can you get me access to the stadium? Can I talk to the sports teams? Can I talk to the coaches? Can I do a film about the school, a film within the film? Oh, there's a lot. You know, you got to have imagination.
That's it, building castles in the sky.
Because if they ask me that question, I say, yes, I'd like to meet with you. We went to the high school, that big high school that has ball players come out. We were going to do a class there.
Atlantic?
In Atlantic Avenue. What was the name of the school?
Atlantic.
No, not Atlantic. The private school.
Oh, American Heritage.
Yes, American Heritage. And I was taking American Heritage to iHeart Studios to do an offset campus at the iHeart Studios. Sounds like a good idea, right? So we meet with the principal on the principal. And she says, well, how many kids do you want, 1 or 2? And I said, I want 30. I want 2. You're on a campus with 2 people. She says, a campus? Says, yes, we're going to teach them exactly what we do here. This is going back about 8 years. And they got cold feet.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's what happens when you want to
But
get
they
into
weren't
the
in
next
college.
level.
This was
That
secondary
school
school.
was fantastic.
Yes.
They are the best. They had a legal class. They had a law. They had like a bench where the judge sits and everything else. It looked like a courtroom because they teach legal studies there. I just wanted to take it up a notch. I should have just shut up, right?
It's all good. So, Mayor, what's next for you?
So I'm finishing up another short film. So yeah, we have that. Submit that to a couple film festivals. Then when I graduate, I already am looking for scriptwriting, screenwriting jobs. So if you're watching this and you're a screenwriter, let me know. Let's compare some notes. And yeah, that's the plan. Game
You
plan.
have actors, or is there a call out for actors?
Yeah, so when I did the calling card for actors, I just put them up everywhere, and people like just gradually came and was like, yeah, I want to be an actor at this. I'm interested in this. So I don't think I have actors in bank, but you can definitely find some actors around here.
And you know what you're looking for?
Mm-hmm.
Always amazes me with that part of it.
Well, congratulations to you. We're excited that you've been a part of our team.
you.
I don't even know how long you've been here, but for a long time. You've learned, you've grown, you've replaced frames, and now you teach. So hopefully you're going to be with us a little bit longer.
Yeah, that's the plan.
All right, let's take a commercial break. When we come back, we're going to talk to G-Man, Abraham, and we got Kaylee. Everyone has a nickname here except Mayor.
Editor, G-Man, Mayor Soto. It's
Soto.
Sotomayor.
All right,
I couldn't remember Mayor, but now I remember.
stay tuned. More to come. We'll be right back.
Known for his Art Deco Cubist style and compositions with dancing saturated color, Ken Bieberman has lived and breathed art his whole life. From the early 80s, he's influenced the Art Deco district of Miami Beach. Featured in numerous restoration projects, hotels, galleries, and clubs, Bieberman creates for everyday folks and celebrity clientele. He's also the proprietor of Art Repro, a giclée and scanning company in Pompano Beach. When it comes to scanning high resolution, size is not an issue. Professionally scanning art up to 10 feet and 64 inches in width, Art Repro utilizes state-of-the-art equipment. On quality canvas or paper, archival ink and printing mediums are put to use. Art Repro ensures colors are true and every nuance of the art is captured, including the canvas weave. Perfection is the priority. Contact artist Ken Bieberman today at 954-547-0095 or visit his website www.artrepro.net.
Being a successful woman in business means having the courage to own who you are. We understand the challenges faced by women, and we are here to help. Our team is here to develop the best strategy designed just for you. Your path is unique, and with the right tools, you can accomplish your dream. From radio to TV, from podcasting to magazines, we create the visibility to amplify your impact in business. At New Dawn Media, we are here to help bring your message forward and help your business flourish. It is time for your message to be seen and your voice to be heard. Contact us at 866-224-5422 or brooklyncafe.tv. Your voice can make a difference.
Le Sorel Restaurant, home of the authentic Italian tradition, offers a large menu that consists of seafood, steak, homemade pasta, brick oven pizza, and homemade desserts including a wide wine selection. We also have the best bar in Boca Raton with delicious cocktails, homemade limoncello, cappuccino, Italian espresso, brandy, and other specialties. Open every day with a lunch and dinner menu. For more information or to make a reservation, contact lesorelrestaurant.com or call 561-235-5301.
There is no way to ignore it. You hear it on the news, online, from your friends and family. What happened to my money? Whether it got hit by falling stocks and bonds, with the coronavirus, shrunk by a floundering 401k with low interest rates, and is riding the extreme ups and downs of the stock market with political elections. Many Americans are worried about their money and how they're going to retire. Help protect your financial future now and call J.D. Mellberg for your complimentary book from a leading financial firm that shows you ways not to run out of money whether the market goes up or down. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms that can protect your money for a lifetime. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits of annuities from hundreds of top-rated insurers, helping you to find ways to get up to 33% more income in retirement. That's right. 2 books, both absolutely free, for calling J.D. Mellberg. Help protect your financial future.
Call 877-643-3015.
Are you compromising your medical care for doctors out of your network? Are you tired of dealing with referrals to see a specialist? Are you aware that you can save up to $155 a month on your Medicare premiums? You need an all-in-one benefits company that can help with all of your Medicare plan needs. Call today, All-in-One Benefits Group at 954-614-5488. We're here to find an all-in-one plan for you. 954-614-5488. Call today for open enrollment.
Do you have an idea for a show or a podcast? Do you want the opportunity to be on TV? Amp Media Productions is partnered with True Oldies Real Radio Station and powered by many online platforms such as Roku, Facebook, YouTube, and even Amazon Fire to help amplify your impact. Do you want your voice to reach a wide audience? Call us today at 866-224-5422.
South Florida's Good Time Oldies. Now, Boca and Delray Beach have their own oldie station. Catch us on 95.3 FM. It's the greatest rock and roll hits of the 60s and 70s. On South Florida's Good Time Oldies, 95.3 FM.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
And we're back.
That was so sad.
We just got some sad news that Jerry Springer died. Right? Springer. He was married to Jackie Chan. No, not Jackie Chan. She was married to Chung, the ABC, Connie Chung.
Was he?
Yeah.
Married to Connie Chung?
I think for a minute or two.
Yeah, they were married when they used to do the.
Walk that way.
Connie Chung and him were a couple. And we also lost a couple of days ago Harry Belafonte.
He was 96.
He was 96.
And he was a true American Harry Belafonte. My goodness gracious.
Yeah.
One of my mother's best favorite singers, Harry Belafonte.
Ew.
He used to sing, yeah, Josh, Russ is going to sing first.
I can barely talk.
So we're here, we're celebrating graduations and a new podcast. So want to check in with Abraham? He looks like he's ready. He looks like he's the man with something to say.
She ready to go?
Ready to roll?
Ready to go.
Well, congratulations to you.
Thank you.
And I have to say, we get to watch all of our crew grow up and really become adults. You come as adults, but you really leave here as mature adults. And you are one of...
We're going to find out.
You are one of the special ones that we have watched you come in from your hair being crazy and you being all crazy to a leadership role and you show up and you work hard and you're always happy and you're always a great leader, you're always having fun, but you teach through having fun. You have an amazing way that you teach new interns and producers that come in here. You don't tell, you show.
Yeah.
And you teach them with kindness and compassion, and everyone loves being with you. So we thank you from the bottom of our hearts for everything you've done. And we get to watch the efforts and all your hard work, like on Wednesday nights you now run, and you do Friday nights, and you do the shows that nobody wants. You do those night shows, that night shift.
The gritty ones.
The gritty ones, the hard ones, the ones when everybody's tired and they go home, and you keep going.
Yes,
you persevere and you push through. You definitely have that grit that it takes in business.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you for those kind words. I just want to be the best that I can. Every day, I just put my best foot forward. And if I can't, I put my best hand forward. And if I can't, put my best face forward.
And Freddie pushes you, and he pushes you, and then he pushes you some more.
Yeah, I love to
I'm
be
going to call
pushed.
you the pusher.
It's all about, you got to push to get to where you want to go.
Yeah.
It's funny because you don't know where you want to go until you do it. And then when you get there, you can't just fall asleep. See, a lot of people in this business make the mistake of thinking, okay, I did it.
It's
now
done.
what? You got to keep going. Look at Aaron Rodgers. Right?
39 years old.
He's going to be 40 when he plays. And he was going to quit. Why? Look at the GOAT. 44? How old is Brady? 44?
Something like that.
If
exactly.
you got some players around you, you can always be great.
Exactly.
Because you got experience and you got the touch. But I wanted to ask, I call him G-Man, I wanted to ask him, what are you going to do now that you've graduated? What's the future hold?
My future holds to be a producer, the best producer I can. I want to be like you guys pretty much. I'm infatuated with this studio. I want to have my own studio, run my own productions and things like that. Be the man of my own boss, because I already have my parents are fire extinguisher servicers, so I pretty much have a business in my name. I'm gonna go back to get the license so I could run that business as well. But I would like to make my own business in production, to make something myself, to say that I made it, and not that my parents
I
gave
gotta tell
it.
you, there's an actor that has studios now in Atlanta. Black gentleman, funny guy, with the beard, huh?
Tyler Perry?
Tyler Perry. You remind me of Tyler Perry.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna tell you why. When you do things, you do it with a sense of humor. Tyler Perry, remember he was Big Mama? Not Big Mama, he was the other-
Medea.
Huh?
Medea.
Medea.
Big Mama
Hilarious.
was Martin.
Martin was Big Mama.
Yeah.
Hilarious. But he not only produces that, he produces a lot of stuff.
Yes.
He has one of the largest, he's one of the reasons that movies aren't being made in Florida no more.
Tyler Perry?
He sucked all that up to up there because he gave people like Mayor and him and Nicole an opportunity to take those independent films, and he looked at them. He says, come on, let's make a movie based on what you just did. And he's very good that way. He's really good that way. But you remind me a lot of him because, first of all, you got a great sense of humor, just like him. He's a very religious man, just like him. Okay? He has creativity and ideas, just like him.
Thank
I
you.
think that if you give that young man a runway, and I'm not saying that the plane's going to take off and go to Europe on the first try. He's going to have some bumps and bruises like everybody else. But I'm saying if you give this guy an opportunity, he will grow into be one of the best.
Yeah, he takes
Thank
those
you.
grunt work hours that nobody wants.
Yeah,
When
you
you're
know,
here,
diamonds
Wednesdays
are made
till
out of
9.
pressure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and that pressure. But you know what's so great about our crew is they've gotten so good that we can now buy equipment to make it better. Like the screen in the back, more lights, working with new cameras. Because I know they inspire us to be better. They inspire us to say, well, if we get that, then we can do this with it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you just have a room of equipment, but they use it.
And it's funny because we got Russell in studio, and I've known Russell now 10 years. And this gentleman, what you guys don't know or you do know, is that Russell worked with Oprah Winfrey. when she first started.
Oh,
You
she's
remember.
talking about menopause
wow.
too, by the way.
Yeah, of
Just
course.
saying.
But when Oprah talks, everybody listens.
So if Oprah can talk about menopause, surely I can talk
Now,
about
were
it.
you there, Russell, when they fired
get
her off
menopause,
the
and
air?
you
Were
get
you part of
menopause,
that
and
group?
Everyone gets menopause.
Yeah.
They really didn't fire her. No, here's what happened. I was with her, 1972, because she was at WJZ TV 13, I was at WBEL TV 11 as newscaster.
Right.
Then I used to go to her station and fill in for Wally Daniels, who used to do, talk programs every so often. But they put her on the news, and then they didn't like her on the news. So they put her with a talk show. Richard Scheer is his name, and she was co-anchor with him. But he wanted the limelight, so he let her ask a question every once in a while. And so that's where she got into talk radio. And then Chicago picked her up, and then she went against Donahue. But the strange thing about going against Donahue was some guy found her, managed her, packaged her. The rest is history. She's a billionaire now.
Now, how long were you associated with her?
About a year. I say that WJZ.
So you were working with her at WJZ?
I was, yeah. She was at WJZ TV 13. I was at WBEL TV 11. Both stations were about a block apart. And so I used to go to her station and do some work for a guy named Wally Daniels, who when he got sick or he was on vacation or something like that. So that's how we got met back in the day.
But it goes to show you that she went on. She's become one of the greatest
Absolutely.
in the industry, if not one of the richest women in the world.
Yep. Okay. But yeah, true.
She's done really, really well. There's been some things that haven't worked out. Oprah's channel, does she still have the channel? Or did they get rid of it?
She got owned.
She still has it?
Yeah, she still owned, yeah.
It just goes to show you that with persistence and she
And then
believed in
Gail
herself.
King kind of followed her around
Uh-huh.
and got started. So now Gail's making $15 million a year now.
Do you think it's Oprah's message or her delivery of the message or just the timing?
I think that's basically, in my estimation, having taught at Howard University, broadcast journalism, but anyway, I think it's because she stayed the course, and she wanted it bad enough to go through whatever she had to go through to make it. So I think that plays a part in terms of longevity, in terms of staying. If you got the staying power and you're willing to hang in there, I think eventually success will follow you.
But this is why I'm trying to tell.
She was a black woman in the industry back in. There weren't
At a tough
black
time.
women on TV and broadcasting. Certainly
Yeah.
not that made it the way Oprah did. I mean, she set the stage like Barbara Walters did for women.
Of course, Barbara did, yeah.
Right? She
For Barbara,
opened up
yeah.
the entire gamut Barbara did for women in this industry. But then Oprah took that to a whole nother level to include all women in the industry.
The magic in terms of Oprah being an anchor person and having her own show is that to monetize it the way she did was the guy found her and he decided to take her and boost her, and that was
So the
magic.
right set of eyes saw her.
That's right, absolutely.
You see, this is what we try to pray and teach
Absolutely.
and preach to the kids. Because you never know, on any given Sunday, somebody listens to something you do.
Absolutely,
And all of a sudden, you're off to the races.
absolutely.
But you got to continue to do it at the highest level that you can do. You
Right.
can't be a slouch and say, oh, nobody loves me. You can't do that.
When those cameras go on, those lights go on, you're on.
Yeah.
You may feel terrible. You may be having a bad day at
Of
home.
course.
You may have that menstrual stuff.
Or menopause, whatever that is. Yeah.
That man stuff. Man hated stuff. Ugh. Man has some of that, you got to put that in the bathroom.
But you know what I've noticed in the industry now? People are
Don't do
actually
that.
talking about their life. People have kids, and kids get sick, and parents pass away, and things happen where before it was never talked about. When you were on air, it was work, you were on air. But now there's a human quality to all of the network and all the anchors that you say that if someone's child is in the hospital and they're taking time off, they actually address it on the air. So they become more human because everybody is. And they become more relatable. And I think now, instead of being on that pedestal, you want to be relatable because you want people to resonate. And everyone's going to resonate with somebody different. People resonate with you, different than me, different than Russ. It's finding your niche audience.
Well, you know, it's funny because every year we go through this. Every year we have a class that comes in and we push.
And every year we say they're the
we
best.
push hard. Every year, and then they have to graduate.
I know.
and they have to leave the nest. And that's one of the hardest, saddest days when they start. I mean, some of them, because they don't know no better, like Teddy, they stick around and stay. But they begin to find their own way because other things, other opportunities wait for them. But this is one of the happiest days, yet is one of the bittersweet, saddest days, because I know that I'm going to lose a few of them. They're going to go on to become fantastic, but we're going to extend. You know, you always have a home. You can always come in here. You can always talk. People like Russell are in the house. There's a lot of people that we know that have been in this industry. I mean, listen, I've been on radio 19 years, entering my 20th. Russell, I think, has been in radio 40 years.
No, I started my all-night jazz program in 1961.
So how many years is that?
You count.
That's a lot.
At least 60. At least 60.
That's a lot of years. So you can come pick our brains and go do. I remember Arcade was hesitant about going to Atlanta, and he went and he did his thing.
Russ taught broadcasting at Howard University. My dad went to Howard for medical school. So where you guys are all graduating from FAU with broadcasting degrees, Russell taught at Howard University broadcasting.
Yeah.
Do you think the industry has changed what they're teaching the crew, the kids now?
Yeah, of course it's changed. I mean, everything changes. When you mentioned Howard, Tony Brown, Tony Brown's Journal, remember that back in the day?
Yep, absolutely.
He was chairman of the Department of Communications when I went there.
What was he?
Yeah. But he was also doing Tony Brown's Journal, and so the university said, you can't do both. You got to stay here or you do Tony Brown's Journal. He said, I'll see you later. So he wanted to do Tony Brown's.
He went on his own.
Yeah.
But again, you know, and again, that's why I tell G-Man, you got to stick to what you believe in. You got to polish your skills, because I polish my skills every day.
You have to work at it all the time.
All day long.
All the time. You never take anything for granted.
Never.
No.
And don't think that you resolved it, you thought of it all. Like we did the morning show today, and they were teaching me new words. You got to stay hip to the lingo. You have to understand what's going on around you. But don't ever look down. Don't do that. That's the old you, if that's what you used to do. The new you always looks up, and you always find lemonade when they give you lemons.
Right.
So Russ, this morning we talked about making that $20 million gig, but compromising your ethics for that money. And we went around the room, we asked who would and who wouldn't. Most of them said they would not. Some said, oh, well, maybe there's a slippery slope on what it is. In the industry, you've taught the industry, you've been in the industry.
A couple of years.
It happens, right? They go, here's this check, but this is the agenda we want you to share.
But you're always going to have to follow somebody's agenda if you work for an institution.
Unless you work for yourself?
Well, unless you work for yourself, and then there's the AI is in control. Come on this planet. I mean, you always got an overseer, if you will.
Yeah. It's true. There's always an overseer, but does the overseer compromise your ethics?
Right, but you know, Murdoch has that happened to him with Fox News. Of course, he's, you know.
Now he's getting rid of everybody because he's accusing everybody else.
Of course, but he pulled the strings for all of them, and he let them run down that path that they shouldn't have gone down. But
do you think it's because it was making money?
Of course. And then, look, it's power, money, attention, the whole 9 yards. I mean, it plays to people's egos to be in charge. You know how it is.
I hear you. Yeah. All right, I want to go to editor's desk.
All right.
Because I want to ask her.
Do you have a mic? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I want to ask her, you're graduating.
Mm-hmm.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
That was overwhelmingly confident.
Yes, I am happy. I want to move on from FAU.
You want to move on?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me why.
I want to go to grad school, so I want to do that and leave FAU.
And where are you? What's your major?
Journalism.
So you want to get into some kind of writing skills and abilities?
Yeah.
Are you a good writer?
People have told me so I'm assuming yes.
Well, what do you think?
I think I'm an okay writer.
Well, that's the first problem we have.
I mean, I think everyone can improve, so I don't like to label it as that.
That's the second problem we have.
Why is it?
Because you're talking to me, I'm asking you what you think, and you're telling me what everybody else thinks.
I think I'm a decent writer, but I think there's also room to improve.
What are you going to go to graduate school for?
Probably either journalism or film. I have to pick.
It's a big difference. Well, it's a big difference, but it's not, right? So
Yeah.
it's still in the writing, in the genre of telling a story. Today happens to be National Tell a Story Day, but it's how you tell that story.
Well, what kind of journalism do you want to be in?
I like investigative reporting.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
You did that too, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. I did. I was
He's
news.
done
You could
it all.
tell.
Yeah, I was a news reporter. Yeah.
Do you know Russell?
I mean, I've seen him here before.
Have you ever talked to him?
This is the first time I've actually.
What you want to
been
do with the
together.
rest of your life, he's done. So I think you should talk to him and try to pick his brain a little bit, to feel what you're going to get yourself involved with. It's a great field.
Yeah.
Challenging. You think that working at FAU is hard. You ain't seen nothing yet.
Well, investigative reporting, you can uncover some of the most amazing stories, but you gotta get your facts right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to keep your head on the swivel. And people don't want you to investigate.
That's
So
true.
you have to be careful with that. I used to work for Corporation Counsel in New York City. That's legal aid for children. And I had a kid that was on trial for murder. And I went to the house, and the house was immaculate. Immaculate. It looked like my mother lived there because there wasn't dust in the house. And this guy lived alone. And I met him, and I said, first of all, you live alone? Yes. You clean your house like that? He says, yeah. Meanwhile, he was all scuffed up. So I said, no, there has to be a woman living here. And I waited in my car all night. And there was a girl that went into the apartment. And what happened was she killed the person in that apartment.
You did this too? What job is that?
This is when I worked for Corporation Counsel, which is when I was in NYU.
It's a new job I haven't heard about.
Oh no, I worked for Jack Stackhouse. I worked for a
Wow.
few people, but Corporation Counsel, they brought me in to do investigative stuff. They gave me a badge and everything. Watch out now. And that was my first deal. I was the only one at NYU that got to work on the murder case. And then I went to my professor and I told him, and they had this whole big deal because they were afraid that I would get hurt. I said, get hurt or not? This was in Brooklyn.
Wow.
And we uncovered that she's the one that did the murder. And he was trying to cover for her. And it was ridiculous. But you can tell the environment was spotless, like a woman lived there. You know how it be. Women.
I know how it be, yes.
Single guy don't have an apartment like that.
True.
Look at Josh's room.
He goes, huh? Where are you going to apply to school, do you know?
Right now, my top choice is the University of South Carolina because that's what my dad really wants. And also, I just like South Carolina. And either Washington or New York. I want to go there.
Where in New York?
I have to pick a school. I don't know yet.
It's overall state.
You weren't crying to investigate. New York is the place.
Yeah. That's why I want to go there. And the New York Times, I want that paper.
Yeah, Columbia has a great school broadcasting. Columbia.
Tough school to get in, but yes.
Oh
they
yeah,
know.
but it's a nice school. That's nice. And Syracuse.
Too cold.
Well,
That's where a lot of
but
Lana
it's a
went.
good school.
Yeah,
Good reputation.
Syracuse, yes, Syracuse
She
is
went to
well known.
Syracuse.
Excellent
She
reputation
did an
for
internship with us, and
broadcast.
she got a job at New York Times. Good school, though. All right, want to take a commercial break?
Yeah, so when we come back, we're going to go to,
Well, actually, I think we need some music.
yeah, we got any music?
Our 1
Queued up?
o'clock hour. We're going to get some Baxton.
Yeah,
All right, let's do it.
this.
More to come. Give us a call or come on in. 888-994-4995. Studio A. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Born in Marseille, France, Max Lazega creates whimsical and free-flowing interpretive art. His 40 years in the construction industry created the foundation for his craft. His unique work displays his view of the future with bold and playful combinations of materials and processes, but the methodology remains consistent. He fuses recycled materials and discarded building supplies into a fresh, well-executed approach. Lazega has lived in Miami, Florida most of his life, where he pursues his lifelong passion of creating industrial art. For more information, contact Max Lazega at artworkstudios.org or 786-326-8873.
Meet Jay Harmon, one of the many artists held in the Brooklyn Cafe Gallery. Jay specializes in various different art styles, but his medium to work with is colored pencils. His unique style comes from being self-taught and years of practice. Jay pulls his inspiration from many outlets like People, television, celebrities, and many more. With multiple original pieces, Jay's art graces the gallery with over 40-plus works for viewing and for purchase. His many years of being an artist has given him a chance to partner with the Derwent brand, giving him the opportunity to try many different work styles and further his craft. Feel free to come on down and visit the studio to view his work, or if you're interested in your own Jay Harmon original, he's open to commissions on his website, coloredpencilartist.com, or catch his show, The Colored Pencil Artist, on Amp Media Productions on YouTube and Facebook. See you soon.
What would you do if you had a broken bone? You'd go to the doctor and use your insurance, right? What would you do if you had a serious problem with drugs and alcohol? Most people do nothing until it's too late. Your insurance can help you get clean and sober with the assistance of a place like the Detox and Treatment Helpline. Many times treatment is fully covered, so why not use your insurance to treat your addiction problem just like you would if you had a broken bone? And with the Family Medical Leave Act, you're allowed by law to take off time from work, and your employer doesn't need to know the reason. So there are two good reasons. You've got insurance you can use for your addiction problem, and with the Family Medical Leave Act, it's completely confidential. Call us right now and save a life. Call 855-350-4504. That's 855-350-4504. Call 855-350-4504 now.
Want to save money on your next flight? Then pick up the phone and call, because the best prices are not online. See, SmartFares has special deals with the airlines. When they have unsold seats, they use SmartFares to fill them. So you get airline tickets at ridiculously low prices. With the extra money you'll save, you can book another trip or treat yourself to dinner. Call today and get the best price on your next flight. Guaranteed. Also, save up to 50% off business and first class tickets.
Would you like to hear better for as little as 10 cents a day? Now you can with the all-new Audien hearing aids. The average hearing aid lasts about 3 years. Ours, at only $99 a pair, means you're paying as little as 10 cents a day to hear better. And to make things even better, we'll give you a 45-day money-back guarantee. Skip the doctor and get hearing aids delivered straight to your door. We've eliminated all the middlemen to offer you a factory direct price of only $99 a pair. Join over 300,000 people just like you who took advantage of our 45-day trial offer. Now you can hear better too for just 10 cents a day. Call now and order your $99 pair of Audien hearing aids with a 45-day money-back guarantee. Plus, get free 3 to 5 day shipping.
800-259-1328. 800-259-1328. 800-259-1328. That's 800-259-1328.
Todo Bello Balloons is a business that was born out of a passion for creating unique and beautiful balloon designs, including balloon bouquets, balloon arches, balloon columns, and more. We specialize in creating unique and beautiful balloon designs that bring your dreams into reality. We believe that balloons have the power to bring people together and create lasting memories, and we are honored to be part of that experience. Contact us and we will bring happiness to your celebrations with our balloons.
Artist Rosie Sherman paints her passions to share with everyone. Expressing herself through bold and vibrant colors, her suggestion and style are always in flux. Inspired by travels, nature, romance, and the human spirit, Rosie makes sure her depiction of women are strong and proud. Her landscapes illustrate the changing seasons in the diverse world that we live in. To find her artwork in the multiple medias you can purchase, visit rosiesherman.pixels.com.
Brand new shows, only on AMP2 TV. We have All-in-One Insurance, Latin Hustle con Karen, Meta Magazine Show. Pitch 2 Production. The Florida Love Show. The Sixth Borough. Meet the Experts. Reinvented Life. Lights in the Night. And The Hangout. Tune in so you don't miss these amazing new shows. Only on AMP2 TV.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light. Roxanne, you don't have to sell your body tonight. Roxanne, you don't have to wear that red dress tonight. Walk the streets for money. You don't care if it's wrong or right. Roxanne, you don't have to put on a red light. Roxanne, you don't have to put on a red light. Roxanne, 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 put on the red light. Ooh. Hallelujah. I wanna talk down too. I love you since I knew ya. I wanna talk down to ya. I have to tell you just how I feel. I won't share you with another boy. I know my mind is made up, so put on your makeup. Told you once, told you twice, put on the red lights. Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red lights. Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light. Roxanne, put on a red light. Roxanne, put on a red light. Roxanne, put on a red light. Rox, put on a red light. Put on a red light. Put on a red light. Roxanne, Roxanne, you don't have to put on a red light. Roxanne, Roxanne, you don't have to put on a red light. You don't have to put on the red light. Roxanne, you don't have to put on the red light. You don't have to put on the red light. Put on the red light. Roxanne, Roxanne, Roxanne.
He's hilarious, but they're having fun. And I think we're coming back to us. No, we're coming back to singing. to us. Okay. And this is how they learn. See?
Wait, they put down the green.
You know what? What?
That's different.
I think we're not on a green. We are on a green screen. What was that? Are you still there?
No, we're good now.
Are you good?
They hit the number one. So that's the new 3D effect that.
Hey, don't go very far, Nikki. Who's your next?
The big screen is up there. We got a big green screen back there, and they're messing around with the green stuff.
We got 2 more graduates
Two
to
more
chit chat with.
graduates.
We got 2 more graduates. How's that piece? So you guys went out.
Yes.
Is it ready?
I just retransferred it to my work, so all I have to do is add it in.
All right. So before we do that, we'll play that. We gotta
Let's talk about what they did.
Let's talk about what you did today.
We went to Meisner Park today. It was pretty dead, I'm not going to lie.
It was.
Because it is a Thursday afternoon. But we walked around and we ran into a podcaster. She does relationship advice with astrology. And so she walked up to us and she was like, oh my God, you guys are exactly what I'm looking for. Like, because we had the camera and she had the news. And she was like, I've been wanting to go around and do the same thing you guys have been doing. So we talked and... You know, she might be coming in Monday, 12 p.m. She put it in her reminders.
Perfect.
So you know it's probably definitely going to happen.
Yeah. What was that like for you to go out on the road, the 2 of you, with the camera, the mic, and shoot film?
It was, sorry.
No, you're good. I really liked it because getting to I don't know if you've done that before. Just getting to show someone how to actually do it was really cool.
Talk it to your mic.
You can take it out of there.
I'll just hold it like this.
Okay.
Oh. So just to get to show someone who's never done it before and no one who's done this as their major in school, it was really cool because she actually really good because she was oh what if we get this shot and this shot will look really cool, and I was shoot whatever you want and I'll talk to match it basically.
That's perfect. So you shot and then you did the talk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I honestly think it was we were a perfect match because you were because I don't have the confidence to be going out to people and being hey, can I ask what you do? I can't do that. That's not me.
And then there was me. I just walked in stores. Hi, I'm with this company. Do you mind if we interview if we get a few shots? And a majority of them shot us down and they said no. Then others yeah, you can get shots, but we can't say anything to you without running it through the higher ups. And I was okay, the shots will do. At least we're getting something from you.
Okay. And you got out there and you had you call them colors, and people saw it, and someone actually came up to you.
Yeah.
Nice job.
Well, the object of the game here is what we're talking about is the kids are going out and they are filming your business free of charge to bring on to the cafe, because if you continue to do it every day, I guarantee you in the next 60 days they're going to call you back because they're going to want to be on there. If you run a business, and Russ, you can back me up on this, if you run a business, you want people to know you have a business. For anybody, I don't care if you don't own it, if you work for them, the bowling alley, if you had or anything, they're going to want people to know, hey, check it out. Check out our rates. Check out what it looks like inside. So we just got to keep going on. We just went on a fishing expedition today, and you came back and you caught one, which is great.
You want to go do it again?
Yeah. Definitely I do.
Make a great team to do it, for sure.
Yeah. Because
Nice
I
job.
said, I'm not going up to people. I'm not doing that. But if someone else did it, I'll be right behind
I've
them.
seen you do it.
That's how they do it.
Now you're graduating. What's your major?
Film. So
What
perfect.
kind of film?
Film, journalism.
Filmmaking, journalism?
Yeah, filmmaking. Yeah, it's I go to FAU, so it's a multimedia. I forgot what it's called. Multimedia studies, and I have a concentration in film. There you go.
And you did that nice film also where
At the library.
at the
Yeah.
library. It was hilarious.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, so I was lucky enough to have a teacher. I mentioned this on the morning show, how FAU didn't really do much, but there's a single teacher who can make a huge difference. And I met that teacher this year, and he's super supportive. He even offered, he's oh, I can be your advisor for the film club that we're making at FAU, because the film club's super dead. And so he's inspiring us to make a film club. He's also inspiring us to have crew members and make our own videos, which I love about him. And he's just he's so there for us. He's always oh, communicate with me if you need it. You need extension, make sure you talk with me about it, And he's I'm always open, and I really appreciate that in a
Has he
teacher.
always been a professor, or is his background, has he been in film
He has been in film before, but he wants to give back, so he got his master's. He went to FAU as well, and so he got his master's, and so now he's teaching at FAU as a visiting instructor. And so, yeah.
Isn't it amazing? It just takes one. It takes that one teacher to make a difference in your life.
He's made the entire college experience worth it, to be honest, because I feel like I was ready to go to UCF at one point because I felt I wasn't feeling like fulfilled because I wasn't doing anything. I was writing papers. I had to write a 15-page paper. I don't want to. That's not film. And so he was like, okay, we're gonna have crews. We're gonna have someone be a director. Someone's gonna write the script. You are gonna go out and film an actual thing. And that's exactly like he made me realize that short films are doable. Like they're not easy, but they're doable, which I didn't think beforehand, or put much thought into.
The piece you did was great, and the piece we've never really had anyone in our crew put a short film together, and certainly not to the level that you both did. So I don't know if you both have the same teacher.
We have the same teacher. Me and Mayar, we have the same teacher. He definitely inspired both of us.
And it's how you can communicate without verbal communication. That, to me, when I was in school, one of the best courses I ever took was nonverbal communication. Because what you can really relay with an expression, with a touch, with anything without talking, speaks, no pun intended, volumes. And you guys both did it, which I thought was amazing.
Yeah, that was the point of the assignment. Like, no dialogue, just rely on like expression, rely on editing and stuff, and then we went into dialogue. Funnily enough, though, my second film is probably gonna be silent. So.
Are you working on another one now?
Yeah.
When's it due? Next week?
Yeah.
What's it about?
Probably gonna be. That means she hasn't done it yet.
No, I
Did
finished
you hear
it.
that?
I finished it. I'm just really iffy about it, so I'm like, do I want to?
Well, you're gonna have to give something in.
Is it silent?
Yeah, it's definitely. I lost all the audio to it, so it's gonna be. It's gonna be silent.
You lost the audio to it.
Yes, but now it's one of those old-timey short films.
So what did you take the audio with? How did you capture it?
A Zoom H6.
And what happened to it? You got corrupted?
I don't know. It just poof. That's it. That's what I could think.
So Josh, maybe that's not what we're going to use. The Zoom H6. No, I don't know.
Well, I think it's because I lost the SD card. Either I left the SD card inside of the Zoom H6,
and somebody else took it.
Yeah, and somebody else took it, or I put my SD card in there and it formatted. So like typically format means you lose, like it wipes the entire card, so it like fixes to the equipment. So I think that might have happened, or I just left the SD card in there. But I like to think it's the first one.
Well, excited to see that. But you're here through the fall. You graduate in the fall.
Yes. Yeah.
So we had a little bit more time with her, the negotiator. How'd you like that? Her film with dialogue is now going to be a silent talkie, non-talkie from the old days.
I want her to make a film on somebody who serves coffee through a coffee window.
I want to do that, by the way. I want to do like a coffee taste test on our morning show.
Like
what's a macchiato versus this versus a this versus a that.
Unless you plan on like dropping all the monies on the.
Yeah. I don't mind doing the monies part. I just.
Oh, okay.
We thought that'd be kind of like a cool morning segment.
Okay.
Wow, I can't believe this.
I mean, how much?
I was supposed
that
to
she's
call.
Negotiating the monies with me?
No, I was supposed to call Don Pablo this morning, 11:30. All right, Don Pablo, I will call you back. I promise.
And Elise, you're new to the studio, but you really brought everyone to a whole nother level in a short time that you've been here.
Mm-hmm.
How was today for you?
It was really, really good because I haven't had to actually like make a story and like throw it together honestly in maybe like a week or two. So when I was editing, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm a little bit rusty with it. But I made a deal. Like I had like my professor in the back of my head. But I like the fact that I get to like just teach everybody like the 3 years of stuff like that's been like drilled into me. And I think that's really cool because like TV production, it's so similar to like film and like music videos and like anything else that like you use like a camera and audio to. But it's different because it's like it's a different version of storytelling, which is the way that I look at it. And really, like, one thing can, like, make or break an entire story. So, like, it's whether, like, your interviewee's tone's, like, a little bit off. It's whether yours is a little bit off. People can start being like, wait, why is it set like that? Why are they talking like that? That sounds, like, weird. So it's just cool for me to just, like, give it out.
And what do you want to do now that you're graduating next week?
the end goal for my career, it's a really ambitious one, so I know I have to take baby steps to it, but I want to be the go-to journalist on the East Coast. So like if anybody needs anything, I want my name to be big enough to where like just everybody wants me.
Nice.
Yeah.
You know who we should call?
Who?
Dawn, the wine chick.
Okay.
So we can get her husband to give us a tour of Channel 12.
Okay.
I think that'll be kind of fun for them. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
You're nodding your head, but you know what I'm talking about?
Yes, I know exactly.
Who am I talking about?
Chris Farrell.
Yeah.
That's because you don't know his name.
I know.
You
You remember Chris Farrell, the weather guy? He's a good friend of the
He
show.
does, yes.
We should go up and he's retired now, but he can give us a tour maybe of the
You're
of the
funny.
studio.
Do I know? Yes, I know very well.
You're going like this, but I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Are you? And you're here for the summer working with us. I know you're going home for a little bit, but then you're here for the summer.
I am.
You're gonna take the crew to a whole another level back out.
That's the goal, because I feel like summers in general are really crazy, so there's just so many stories. Summer in South Florida, game over.
Florida
like
man.
game over. There's going to be so much that you'll be able to show.
Nice.
Now, we just talked to a company in the UK
Mm-hmm.
that they want to do something called Kids Stories or Kids Travel or
Kids
something.
in Florida.
Kids in
.com or
Florida.
something.
And it talks about how kids want to come to Florida to hang out. cruises and-
Internationally.
So, thank you. Why don't you just tell them what
No,
we're
go ahead.
doing? And what it is that some of the things that we're going to get to associate with is we're going to send you to cruise lines, we're going to send you to different businesses, different events as well. This is why I say FAU, if you want to help me, I got a long list because they want us to capture film for these different events, whether it's watching a rocket take off. I don't know, what is there to do in Boca? The museums, the restaurants, whatever. And they want the footage.
Gumbo Limbo is now going to continue to have sea turtles because the city's going to be funding, and there's a foundation that's going to help take care of the sea turtles. The city's going to come in and help preserve the physical location of it. Apparently there's been some things they weren't so sure they wanted the sea turtles, but that's a great interactive place for kids, especially when they're off of school. I don't know if, well, you weren't on this side of Florida, but my kids were growing up. You wanted to find things for them to do, and Gumbo Limbo is this touch-tile nature tank where you get to see everything that's in Florida.
I was there.
It's pretty cool,
I
right?
touched some fish in the tank or something.
But
It
it's
was
a good place to
slimy.
send you guys to. All right, you want to set up your film that we have, our segment? Mayor, are you ready for it?
But it's vital what you're going to be doing because we're going to turn it now into the business aspect of what we do. So
Mayor, you have the film? Oh, she sent it to you on a WeTransfer. All right, give him a That's Mayor. I wanted to come up with awards for the crew, the ones that are graduating.
well, I got an award for them.
But I didn't get a chance to go over and actually put, I was going to ask Josh and Teddy to sit down and make certificates for everyone. But it's not too late. We can still put this together. So I don't want to let the cat out of the bag yet.
There's a cat and there's a bag?
Yeah, we have to come up with best all around negotiator. Best, give me a second guy. I don't know, whatever it is. But
I'm going to let you hang here for a while. 'Cause I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
But you know what I mean? Everyone gets a trophy.
Hey.
So what award does everybody get? Mayor, you got it? All right. You guys want to cue it up? You want to give us a little background into what you did, Nicole? Give us some background into what you did. They're going to play your film.
She did.
My boarding
Okay.
film? In the
Elisa,
library?
you want to give
Elisa did
background
it.
to the piece you created?
Yeah, so my thought process going into it was just to capture as much as we could. Obviously, with Nicole having better experience in film than I do, she was able to set the shots up better. But the vision that I had was the gazebo was a really big hit, and so were a lot of the shots. So that's what we tried to focus on. But then we also got some of Salt Life, which was one of the places that actually let us film inside. So we tried to get a combination of a lot of different things to throw into it.
All right. Let's see. Let's roll it.
Let's see what we got.
It's
Remember when Meisner Park was bare?
Yes.
It looked like that.
Where was that last shot from? The Digital Arts?
Yeah,
Kapow?
Kapow. That was the inside of it, yeah.
Well, Kapow's been fixed.
Kapow looks good. I thought it was a club, but it turns out it's a
The
noodle
noodle bar.
Yeah.
Very nice. Well, nice job, you guys.
Thank you.
For doing it in like
30 like an hour?
Yeah, but an hour and then editing it for like
That was the hard part, because at first when you said 30 seconds, I put like what I shot with my face, and I was like, oh, how am I going to get this into 30 seconds? And
Yeah, I
had
was
to
waiting because I wanted to see your audio with it.
Yeah, because we did shoot some, so then I had to speed up some of the B-roll, and I was like, wait, that looks weird now. And then next thing I was like, okay, like we're about to do this, and I was like, crap, I got to throw it together. As
But you never
fast.
use that camera or anything else. So the next one will be a segment where you're going to talk like a news person and everything.
yeah, we have clips like that.
Yeah.
Baby
Just-
steps.
we
All
wanted-
right,
I
she's
thought
going to
you
put
wanted
it together.
But we're gonna have a better one in the future.
Like we have the content to make like a full piece out of it.
We could play one clip all week, Monday through Friday.
They'll put a piece together.
They'll put pieces. Yeah, absolutely. But we're sending you out again because we got to do it. We got to do what we
Got to keep going. All right, let's take a commercial break. More to come on this. Wow. Thankful Thursday. Thankful for all of our crew. It's National Tell a Story Day. All different ways to tell a story.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
All I got to
Is
say.
Braxton going to sing again?
I don't know. More to come. Stay tuned. Oh, it's up to Josh. Josh is going to sing. We'll be right back.
Welcome to AMP2 TV, the first and only internet production company that's truly plugged in. When you're looking for a full-service internet radio, TV production company, discover AMP2 TV. AMP2 TV is a full-service media company that can provide all streaming videos, video studios, radio studios, and television studios. Call us today at 866-224-5422, for no business is too small to grow to be accounted. It's time for your message to be seen. Let AMP2 TV help get you there.
Stephanie Jaffe is a world-renowned artist who creates one-of-a-kind pieces. Using a keen sense of color and composition, her vibrant collages and mosaics integrate eclectic elements such as vintage keepsakes and fine china with blown glass and fired clay to create whimsical arrangements. For more information about her work, come down to the Brooklyn Cafe TV studio or go to stephaniejaffeart.com.
Has someone in your family lost a job recently, and now you can't afford your mortgage payment? Or do you have a rental property and your tenants aren't paying you? We can come to the rescue and pay you cash for your home immediately. Yes, sell your home and get cash all over the phone without dealing with real estate agents or having to waste time showing your home to lukewarm buyers. You don't need to lose your house to foreclosure. If you have equity in your home, we'll buy your home and give you cash within days. All in a simple over-the-phone and virtual process. Call now before your situation gets worse. Sell a home you can't afford or just need anymore and get the cash you need today. Call this number now.
Call 855-348-5925. That's 855-348-5925. Again, 855-348-5925.
Tax audits, tax liens, wage garnishments.
Every day we hear stories like this about good folks who are simply struggling to pay their bills. Each of them are living a frightening IRS tax nightmare, and they are afraid it will destroy their lives.
I'm a divorced single mom, and my ex-husband left me and the kids with a lot of unpaid bills, including unpaid taxes. I was really starting to show my stress on my kids because the IRS had sent me a letter demanding a huge payment from me. I couldn't afford it. So then the IRS was threatening to garnish my wages. I'm already living paycheck to paycheck. That would have put me over the edge financially.
It truly seemed hopeless, but then a friend at work told her to call the tax relief line.
The people at the tax relief line, they told me about something called innocent spouse relief. They worked it out so that all of the taxes from my ex are not my problem. I don't know how that works, and I don't care. All I care about is that I don't owe the IRS a dime, and they are not going to take my paycheck.
Even if it seems hopeless, you should call the number on your screen right now. There is absolutely no cost for the call or the consultation. You are under no obligation. If you are worried that the IRS could garnish your wages, seize your assets, even take your home, call us right now. The Tax Relief Line is here to help you. Now you have a knowledgeable, professional team of tax experts that are ready to negotiate with the IRS and fight for you to save you money. The Tax Relief Line's professionals have successfully negotiated thousands of cases, reducing and sometimes even eliminating the tax debt for their clients. It's very easy to get started. Simply call the number on your screen right now. You don't have to live in fear anymore. The call and the consultation are free.
If you served in the Marine Corps, by now you know about the contaminated water problem at Camp Lejeune. If you were stationed or worked at Camp Lejeune from 1953 to 1987, you probably have a lot of questions. We have some answers. You could be entitled to compensation. Billions of dollars are being allocated to pay for damages to anyone stationed at Camp Lejeune during that time. Unfortunately, it appears that officials may have known the contaminated water problem existed and did little to protect their men. The Semper Fi code was not honored. If you or someone in your family has developed a serious illness, including various forms of cancer, call this Camp Lejeune legal support line right now. You can't turn back the clock and change what happened, but you can certainly call right now and learn your rights as a Marine. Here's the number.
Call 855-993-2180. That's 855-993-2180. Again, 855-993-2180.
Come on down to the Brooklyn Cafe and enjoy our delicious 100% Arabica organic coffee. You can also tune into the Brooklyn Cafe show and have the chance to win a free bag. For more information on how to get your own bag, check us out at thebrooklyncafe.tv.
Do you enjoy watching the Brooklyn Cafe show? Well, now you can represent your admiration with our merchandise. We have amazing t-shirts in a variety of sizes for you and your friends. Shop now at brooklyncafe.tv/shop.
Hey Kaylee, what's up?
Hey, nothing. What's up?
Nothing. Just looking for music for Grandpa I listen to while we're in the car.
What's wrong with listen to now?
Let's just say we have different tastes, you know?
Why don't you try listen to a podcast on Spotify?
Like which one?
The Brooklyn Cafe Studio one is really good.
Okay, I'll try that one out. Thanks.
It's lunchtime and the Brooklyn Cafe is open for business. Live from the Amp Media Studios, Dawn and Freddie S. and their team are ready to serve up a huge portion of fun for lunch with friends and neighbors. So let's break open that lunch pail and unwrap that sandwich you brought. You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
Hey Mom, what's up? Back at it again. Yeah, this time we got a little island tune, you know, just chilling. It's a summer day, it's chilling. Wandering the streets all through the night, searching for the one to make me right. Wondering if she's the shade of you, and if so, should I try to see it through? I've got my trust issues, warning you stay away. If we meet at the rendezvous, take me away, sun ray. Darling, I've got my trust issues, hey, warning you stay away. If we meet at the rendezvous, take me away, sun ray. Yeah, so, you know, got a little island tune, got a little island kick, you know, I had to bring it to him. It's summertime, we graduated. Looking nice, looking clean. Got the black on green, you can't see that quite now, but you know, we got it on. Okay. Time and toys may fill my heart with joy. Have no peace when I'm your lover boy. Yeah, I'll be your new school soul, silver and gold, new desire, friends on fire, call me lover boy. Darling, I've got my trust issues, warning you stay away. If we meet at the rendezvous, take me away, sun ray. Darling, I've got my trust issues, warning you stay away. If we meet at the rendezvous, take me away, sun ray. Yeah, so thank you for listening. Shout out Dawn and Freddie. Brooklyn Cafe Show, you know what it is. Tune in next time, 12 to 2. See you guys soon. And, well, I was going to say something else, but let's not say that. Have a good day, everybody.
Entertainers.
Says it all, is all I can tell you.
I hope Mom was
That's
very
awesome.
happy with that.
You like that, Nicole? They like that. I don't know, watching his smile, watching their reaction, it says it all. It makes everything we do worthwhile.
It makes it worthwhile,
happy,
right?
All the things, the stress, the this, the heat, the furniture, but then to see them happy and do it, it's pretty amazing. We just need Baxton to smile a little bit more and then we'll be good.
Oh, what's up with him?
He's not
He
singing.
thinks you don't want him to sing.
I do want him to sing. He won't sing. What do I do with a mockingbird that won't sing?
I don't know. Mockingbirds don't sing.
You want to finish it off with Soul Brother?
Oh, that'd be nice. I think we should do that.
Huh? What are we going to do? Soul Brother.
Soul Man.
Soul Man, I'm sorry, Soul Man. That
There
guy.
you go, Mom. And you know what? Why don't we get the cake ready so we can cut that up to congratulate the graduates? Will you guys take care of that?
Can you imagine if they were really brothers? They're kind of like really brothers. It's just a nice, big, warm, fuzzy family in here is all I can tell you.
You know, I tell Braxton that he has to sing every day. Good, better, indifferent. So it has nothing to do with whether or not he sounds good. That's not the object of the game right now. You got to sing every day.
You gotta keep going.
Sang every day. Look at Kendra now.
It's like what Russ said. I'm excited though. Russ, you're going to be starting a podcast.
Yeah.
You have a mic? Grab your mic.
Huh? Oh. Yes, of course, by all means, yes.
Lights in the Night.
Lightsinthenight.org.
That's gonna be the podcast.
Oh, okay.
We're going to talk about aliens.
There's a whole lot to talk
Very
about.
tricky subject. You know, 2024, they have to let go of the records. They got to open them up.
Well, you haven't seen anything yet. I mean, this is going to be the most talked about subject on planet Earth in the next 5, 10, 20 years. That's because so many different species of aliens will be here among us, walking around that we'd be able to identify with. So many.
We were talking how we're probably all Martians, right? We all probably all lived on Mars, and then something happened
Well-
to Mars, and we all came down here and sort of.
Here's what some people are saying. Some people say out of the 9 billion people here on Earth today, about 30–40% of them are entities from other parts of the universe that come here to see the ascension that we are supposed to go through from the 3rd dimension to the 5th dimension. in
Can
the
you
next 3 to 4
identify them? You had an app that showed whether you were abducted. Not you, but people.
Yeah. I mean, there are books out there.
He took a picture of me to see if I was abducted.
And were you?
I don't know. I haven't gotten an answer yet.
What is like America's Most Wanted? Did they know you've been abducted?
Well, there are people who are aliens walking around among us that look like us. And all you do is take it to them, and they'll tell you whether the person has been abducted or not.
So you take it to them to see if she's been abducted?
What can I say?
You have that kind of juice?
What can I say?
You have that kind of juice.
What can I?
Josh, you heard this? He takes a picture of you, takes it to his alien friends, and they tell you if you're alien or Earth. He has to take a
Definitely wants
picture
to
of
find
you.
out. Can we get all our graduates out here, you think?
Well, wait a
We
second.
may have to go
what
on
are we-
autopilot.
Well, we're going to go over to the singing version
Chelsea,
of it.
there's a cutter right over there. Instead of a spoon, there's a cutter.
She's using a spoon.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is all for me now.
That's all for you. And then we got Soul Brothers. You want to switch? We're going to do first Soul Brothers and then cake?
Yeah, let's do Soul Brothers so that Braxton can sing.
Perfect. Then we'll wrap it up with some cake and congratulate all of our graduates and everyone else. Do you remember when you graduated from college?
Yes.
You do? Remember when your kids graduated from college?
Yes. When I graduated, I had Senator Moynihan as the speaker. And he talked about nuclear war. And then we jumped into the fountain in NYU. My parents were there. And they splashed me with water. My mother said, okay, can we go now? And we left. We went down to the village to have dinner. And that was it.
I remember graduating college, the kids graduating college, and now here we keep going, and now our crew is graduating college.
It's funny because we haven't done this in a few years because of COVID. 3
Right.
years to be exact.
They haven't had graduation. This is actually, Elisa was a high school COVID graduate, so she didn't graduate. That's how long we've been in this situation that the kid, you too? 2020.
You didn't graduate either? You didn't walk?
They didn't walk.
I got a car. Stuck my face out of the window.
It's funny, at NYU,
Isn't that
I walked
incredible?
up there with 10,000 people and they gave me a blank piece of paper because they got to mail you the. So when I got home, I said, look, Mom. And she says, that's empty. I said, oh, jeez.
Isn't that amazing? I mean, think about for us, it's been 3 years of business. For them, it's a whole different lifetime experience because they didn't graduate, they didn't get to walk.
Are you graduating?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, come. You want to come out here and be part of the situation?
I got a medal.
You got a medal?
For what?
Magna cum laude.
Oh, really?
Magna.
Really? You were the head of the school.
Nice.
Wow, Gio got one of those. Wow.
Very nice.
You never told us that. You should come in with the whole gown and the medal.
No.
No.
All right, we ready for some Soul Brothers, guys? Mayo, are you ready? Let's do it. Nicole, you ready? Mike 3, Mike 4.
Is the shot even good?
Oh, yeah.
A bit more. All right, ready? Come over here a little bit. Come over here.
Coming to ya on a dusty road. Good loving, I got a truck to load. And when you get it, well, you got something. So don't you worry, cause I'm coming, come on. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. Got what I got the hard way, and I'll make it better each and every day. And so, honey, well, don't you fret, cause you ain't need nothing yet. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. I was brought up on the side street, learned how to love before I could eat. I was educated a good start. And when I start loving, I just can't stop. Tell 'em I'm a soul man.
Tell him, bastard.
I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. I'm a soul man. Well, I grab the rope and I'll pull you in. I'll give you hope and be my only boyfriend. Yeah, yeah. You play the harmonica this time. Play the harmonica, John. Play the harmonica. I'm a soul man. 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 I'm a soul man.
There's not enough room for them over there.
That was great. All right, before we wrap up, we have to bring them all out.
But before we do that, I want to congratulate you on getting the green screen, which I thought was going to be a complete total disaster.
Did you?
But it's actually a nice piece.
You
Those
have little
pictures you
faith.
showed me, it looks really good.
Looks great,
a lot
right?
of fun with that, yes.
So we're gonna have a lot of fun with that. We've got Mike, the money coach. He'll be coming in today to do his last episode for Roku on the coaching channel.
He's going to use that?
Yes. So we don't have to do what we did on Tuesday. So we're going to use that. I'm sure Editor's Desk will be in some great bookstore today at 5:30. You never know, we're going to find the Editor's Desk.
I'd like to do tomorrow's show from over.
We could do that too.
But then you have to move parts around because singing, I want singing, dancing, us up there. A lot of
Guess
stuff.
what? That's what production's all about,
Oh,
right?
okay, I'm all in.
You got to do it.
I'm all in.
All right, to all our crew, congratulations to you. I think Josh has the camera on the cake. Yeah. All we can say is congratulations to everyone. You gonna sing?
Is there a graduation song?
I don't know. Oh, we should have had them on a picture where they're all walking across the stage over there. We could have done that.
Tell them to put up a picture of Walk.
I don't think anyone has had it. If they do that.
And we'll bring them all up to the green screen.
Anyway, all right, congratulations.
You remember when you walked?
Yeah,
You still remember it?
I do. It wasn't that long ago.
I'm talking about it's got to be, well, how many years? 4?
17.
Well, it's true.
17,
Compared to me,
18.
I walked in 1981. 1980, I think. I don't even remember.
No, not college.
Yeah, it was 76, 77, 89, 81.
Really? In college? That's right, because you were like 12. I don't know.
Wasn't 12. We got something for the screen?
We're going to do that afterwards.
Russell, you remember when you walked?
Oh, it was 1,000 years ago.
And where'd you graduate from?
You mean college?
Yeah.
Antioch. A BA/MA from Antioch, a Union Graduate School, PhD.
Dr. Russell Johnson.
Dr. Johnson.
So what can I say?
Excuse me. He's a Dr. Johnson.
Well, it got me to teach.
He got you to teach? We have something for the screen?
We're going to do it afterwards. Let them have some cake.
All
Wrap
right.
up
So
the
what do you say to graduates? Congratulations. What do you say?
Congratulations. Oh, the places you'll go, the people you'll meet. Just hold on to those ethics, your morals. Always be who you are. And you got it.
If that don't
You
work,
got this.
punt.
If that don't work, come talk to Freddie.
Punt.
All right, have a great afternoon, everyone. Stay safe, be kind to each other, and we'll see you tomorrow, 9 a.m. drive time.
As always, don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Well, that's about it for today. Even though the show's over, the Brooklyn Cafe is always open for business. You're invited to join the fun every day from 12 to 2. If you missed some of the laughs from today, Dawn and Freddie S. will bring you more good cheer next time. You can follow the Brooklyn Cafe on Facebook at the Brooklyn Cafe TV to rewatch every minute of the show. We'll see you next time.